Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome into another video for Anno 1800. Alright, so in this one today, we're going to talk about canals in Enbesa and why they are really not as difficult as so many people make them out to be. The canal system that was introduced in Land of Lions is a very, very simple mechanic, and you don't have to put a lot of thought into it. So let's jump over and take a look at a couple things that will hopefully help you understand this system a little bit better. All right, so the first one we're going to take a look at is a more compact system. A more compact layout that I used on Tabarim itself while I was building up the city. What I did was I just made a semi-straight-ish canal line right here. I kind of had to let it go just a little bit so I could fit in a couple more buildings. But a generally straight line right here, and then I just created branches off of that one line. Just to feed the farms. The big thing here is to remember that canals have 4 tiles on each side that you can build that are fertile, that you could build your fields on. So it's 4 tiles on each side, and then 4 tiles up. So you technically have 9 tiles all the way. Okay, you have 9 total tiles that you can build across. So you can do stuff like this. You can create some little nubbies. Some little nubbies like this, and that lets me get nice and long fields like this along the road, or some longer ones like this. Or you could do something like this. Now this one right here, I've built my canal right down along this side closer to the river, and then I made long fingers coming off of it, I guess you could say. Just these long branches coming off of it. I put all of my farms on the outer tile of the canal. As you can see, that canal, the green for the canal stops here. All of my farms and my tractor barns and stuff, all of those are on the outside of that fertile area. You do not need your farm buildings themselves or the tractor barns or anything on the fertile ground, just your fields. And what I've done is I've made just long lines of the fields themselves going out from there, going all the way back, utilizing every bit of space. This over here has a tractor barn on it for the 252, and so that takes up all of this space right here. Now, maybe you don't want that long of a space and you want it a little bit shorter. You can still do that by doing like this right here and making a shorter one. Again, 252 fields. Here's a little trick, by the way. If you don't have the materials yet for your tractor barn, then go ahead and place it in a blueprint. It will still let you build up to the 252. It just only utilizes 168 tiles, basically. You don't get any extra processing from it, any extra production. But it does let you go ahead and plan ahead for the amount of space. The amount of space the fields take up is obviously the exact same. You use fewer canal tiles, basically, but you do lose a bit of space going this way because you can't fit as many in. So the amount of space is relatively the same, essentially. So I like to do them like this, long, straight, skinny lines as best I can. But you can do them in little short, squat little lines like this. It's basically the exact same. This is how it works. This is canals. It's not that difficult. So many people make it out to be so much more difficult than it really is. Drag them out for as long as you would like them to go. You could even go even a little bit further and try to keep just like single rows of everything if you want. However you want to do it is up to you. Just keep doing it like this. Make lines of canals and build your farms around them. You could even drag this right here out further and then do like some lines off of each side and build your farms on the outside edges and have them go in towards the middle. Literally however you want to do it. Just however you want to do it. The space is relative. It's always going to be roughly the same amount of space, however you want to. As you can see down here, I've done something similar. I've got my indigo farms. This one is right in the... It is on the fertile area, but I had to kind of do some finagling right here while I was trying to get this to lay out right. This right here could obviously use a little bit of work, but it's not bad. This over here is a decent layout as well. Came off of that, made a couple of little branches, brought my fields up around them all. You work with the space that you have and the try to incorporate the existing fertilities, of course, as well from the rivers, and then just branch off from there. This right over here is actually in a perfect position to keep expanding my productions on out. I could come right there, then I could come over here and do that again. Oh, speed thing up. There we go. Come over here, do it again. Then I could also come off over here and start making some more tiles and some more space for more farms later on. And you just get your farms in there where you can, and then just build your fields around all of this kind of stuff right here. It's all you got to do. Keep your farms on the outside edge, build your fields up in the middle. It's really, really simple. It's really not as difficult as so many people make it out to be. So don't overthink the canals. Just make long straight lines, build your fields around them. That's it, guys. All right, I hope this helped out and gave you a little more insight into how the fields work. I don't have specific layouts for these. A lot of people are always asking, I need a layout for the canals. That's tricky because all the islands are a little different and everything fits in a little differently. So instead of exact layouts, what you want to have is a layout philosophy, okay? It's a layout philosophy, not an exact layout. Use long straight lines. That's the philosophy. There are a couple of layouts for, there is a layout for linseed, I believe, on annolayouts.de. There's a linseed layout, but it does utilize a trade union with certain specialists set up, because you can't get the full, they have tractors too. You can't get the full 144, I believe, in there. You can get most of them, but it uses a lot of specialists to make up for the lack of fields and stuff. So there's a layout for that. There's also layouts for Sanga cow with silos and goat farms with silos. I would just utilize those layouts if you're interested in doing that and trying to get a good layout for those right there. And like I said, there is a linseed layout you can use, but there's not one for anything else because everything else takes up so much space that it's hard to get just a defined layout for it all. What you just want to do is make sure you're using these long straight lines, okay? All right, guys, that is it for me today. I hope this helped you out. If it did, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.